We can start. Alex, if you would, your thoughts on the win.
Yeah, I'm happy with the win. It's never easy playing a friend and a fellow teammate in a big match. So it wasn't easy, but I did what I needed to do, and happy to be in the quarterfinals here again.
Thank you. Questions?
Might start with the extraordinary, Alex. Have you ever won 18 games in a row at any level before?
Sorry?
Have you ever won 18 games in a row at any level before, let alone?
Yeah, I can't say I remember if I've ever done that, but yeah, obviously I got off to a good start today, but you know the funny thing about winning sets 6-0, I don't think it's the best thing in the world, because I feel like there's a bit more added pressure, and your opponent just relaxes a little bit more. But yeah, again, I couldn't have asked for a better start today, and I think it was important. And yeah, can't remember the last time I won 18 games in a row.
Okay. Charlie?
Congrats on the win. I just wanted to ask, what you mentioned there about the kind of difficulty of playing a good friend. What exactly is that like? I'm thinking like before, during, and after the match.
It's difficult because obviously Tomo, I see him every day at the courts, right? And we have a chat and we talk kind of normally, and all of a sudden we're playing each other, so we still say hello to each other, but we probably don't engage in as lengthy conversation as we would normally. Not that we have anything against each other, it's just a little bit of that awkward moment that we know that we're about to play each other, and then when we're on the court, we know each other so well from years and years that I think we both know how to make each other play badly, in the sense of we know each other's weaknesses. So all of a sudden the level of the match becomes always a little bit scrappy. That plus obviously a bit of nerves from both of us. It doesn't always equate to the best quality match, but I think the best thing is, as soon as we're done, we're both back to normal and we can have a good chat afterwards. And you know, Jordan, he's one of the best players that no matter if he wins or loses, as soon as he steps off the court, he has a genuine conversation with you like nothing happened. So I do appreciate that from him.
Willie and then Craig.
Alex, how would you describe the journey you've had from those emotions we saw in you at Wimbledon and the pain you were in to the opportunity you have right now?
Yeah, it's been a whirlwind. The last 7-8 weeks, I've dealt with a lot of emotions, a lot of experiences that have taken a big chunk of my energy and resources. Coming in, I didn't have too many expectations. The hip wasn't close to 100%. It wasn't feeling amazing. I just was going to go out there and see what I was able to do, and you know, slowly it's been feeling better and better each day. So all of a sudden everything has happened with the draws, a lot of upsets, and you're staring at this opportunity. And in a way, it's been a blessing in disguise, because I haven't put too much pressure on myself, because I know how I felt with my hip. But at the same time, every day I felt better and better. So it's hopefully I'm peaking for the right moment.
Craig and then
Alex, it's going to be, in one sense, maybe a bit easier coming up against Draper compared to facing Tomo. You've had 3 wins against him out of 3 matches. So How different or similar do you think this quarterfinal is going to be?
Well, I think the biggest thing that we need to understand is that there's nothing sure in tennis, right? It doesn't matter how many times you've played someone. It doesn't mean much. So playing Jack, he's coming off his best year by far. He's playing with a lot of confidence. He's got some very big weapons, his serve, backhand and forehand at times. So it's always tough facing someone like him, especially a lefty. I've had some success in the past. I'm going to try and draw on that, on what I was able to do well in those types of matches. And just, it's the quarterfinals of a slam. I'm going to go out there and give it my all and compete. And these matches are there to be won. Being passive is not going to get the job done. So I'm looking forward to the opportunity and excited for the match.
Alex spoke very passionately the other day about state of origin tennis in New South Wales, whatnot. The Pommy journos here are already calling your next match the Ashes. You'd be pretty keen to win one for Australia, wouldn't you?
Yeah, I mean, do one for Australia, do one for myself as well. Look, I've played plenty of Brits. It's never easy. I feel a little bit of a hostile in that country at the moment, but again, these are the types of matches I want to be playing. I worked so hard to put myself in this position throughout the years. So many hours off the court, on the court, working on little things, because these are the matches I want to be playing. Tail end of slams, opportunities, quarterfinals. Yeah, I'm excited for the battle.
Now, aren't you?
It depends on the day. Depends who I'm playing as well. But yeah, at times. At Wimbledon, I was.
He keeps making new milestones every sort of time you step on court, seemingly. You're the first Aussie to make 3 Grand Slam quarterfinals since Leighton. He's obviously one of your mentors and idols. I mean, is it nice to be spoken about in that sort of level?
Yeah, it's always nice to achieve milestones, and you know, as you guys probably know, I do it with, you know, my head focused on playing tennis, doing what I do best, trying to keep improving. I don't make too much fuss, and I just, you know, put my head down and work on my craft. So I'm excited that the results are showing, and yeah, just got to keep on winning tennis matches.
Last question.
Jordan was, you talked about Jordan coming off the court and you have a chat, etc. He was saying you've been in the ice bath basically together. But did that moment, that curious moment early in the third set come up where you've hit that lob and the hat falls off behind, and were you a bit puzzled by that? And has that happened, have you had that sort of ruling?
Yeah,
before?
that's happened to me so many times. Like, I'm normally the one with my hat just falling. Yeah. The only thing that I felt puzzling is that I wasn't sure, and I actually in the moment didn't ask the ref, but I was curious if I would have hit a winner on the next point, on the next shot, if it still would have been a replay or not. Because I've had times where my hat has fallen off, I've stopped, but the opponent hasn't, and the referee deems it as it only is, it's only endangering me and not my opponent. Therefore, it's not a replay of point. So, yeah, I didn't know what the case was today, but again, I've been through that many times. It's always, in my eyes, it should always be a let. And in the same way that if it happens again, you lose the point. But
I was going to say, does the court actually, does it constitute inside the baselines, for example? Because I mean, this is, Jordan's hat was about a metre and a half behind.
I genuinely don't know. It feels like the rule just changes depending on the ref. If I'm honest, I wouldn't be able to tell you the actual rule book because I've had so many different situations where they've played it off different ways. But in my eyes, I feel like anytime the hat falls off should be replay point no matter what. Obviously, if it happens again, you lose the point.
Thank you, guys.
Hat fell off the other day as well, and he caught it and continued to play the point.
Yeah, that happened to me a couple times as well, and that's actually worse because then the referee doesn't deem it as a let. So, you try to do the good thing and catch it like a normal reflex, but yeah, it hinders you more than helps you. So if the hat is falling off, just let it fall off and then make sure it doesn't fall off again.
Thank you, guys.
Thank you.
Thanks, mate. Hats off to you, mate.